1-800-449-8255. My wife says this looks like me, Sharky. Do you think so? Maybe back when I was 18 or maybe 12. The Clark the Shark Show is on, you guys, on today. I think it's Wednesday, September 6th, I think, 2023. At the Clark the Shark Show, where I don't review Taylor Swift, and I won't review the new Rolling Stones mediocre album. I don't review Green Day. I don't review Beyonce. I don't review Drake. I don't review Dave Grohl. I don't review anything from today. You'll get canceled by me, Clark the Shark, if you actually like music from today. It's not cancel culture. It's Sharky culture. And if you're anything from today and you're not into Harry Nilsson, you get Sharky culture, baby, right here on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255, from the fabulous golden EIB Sharkraphone. It's not a microphone, you guys, because when I'm talking about Harry Nilsson, this genius, poet, legend, who looks like me, Clark the Shark, my wife is right. That does look like me. I'm a fucking genius, just like this guy, Harry Nilsson, you guys. No wonder I look like Harry. Actually, I think Harry is fucking ripping me off here. He's trying to look like Clark the Shark in 1968. And Harry, if you were still alive, I'd fucking sue you, dude. He already knew what Shark would look like, and he's already ripping off my image. Nah, I'm just kidding, you guys. This guy... everything I do, I learn from Harry. So if people think I'm a genius and I invent shit, you guys are wrong, dude. I didn't invent anything. I stole it from geniuses like the Who and, the Minutemen and Harry Nilsson and, I don't know, maybe Bread. Or Gordon Lightfoot. But dude, I'm not into today's culture, today's cancel culture, or any of today's culture of stupid people that do as they're told and take marching orders from, low-rated alphabet channels or whatever. I don't know, but I take my marching orders from Harry, Mr. Nilsson, right here. Aerial Ballet, 1968. They call this his second album, but that's not true. This is actually his third, because there's an album called Spotlight on Nilsson from 1966. And, of course, Pandemonium Shadow Show, or Shandemonium Padopole, is an amazing album, you guys. But you will discover that every Harry Nilsson album, really all of them, they're all amazing. Maybe except for the last 3 or 4, like Flash Harry, or, That's Just the Way It Is, or Sandman. He started to run into big problems and real troubles at the end of his career, where the songwriting took a dive and really went into some troubled areas, kind of like the Rolling Stones today. But there is one good Harry Nilsson late period album, and that's Nilsson. I think it's from 1977, when I was 12. And I remember, All I Think About Is You was an instant classic that didn't get enough radio airplay. I did hear it on the radio, but the problem with that song is it wasn't quite rock enough, and it wasn't quite easy listening enough. And that's always the problem with Harry, is his music is in this confused area that's not enough rock and roll and not enough pop. He carefully meets the needle in the middle. And that's kind of bad because it will hurt his audience and his record sales. And another thing about Harry is his music is just good enough. He never hits it out of the park with these big, gigantic hits. Really rare, like Without You and Everybody's Talking, and, he only has a couple of, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 songs like that. Most of Harry's career, the music to most people is really mediocre. Not to me, Clark the Shark, because I'll sit there and dissect Harry albums, and I will find the quality. And then you discover with repeat listenings how good it all really is. And then it hits you that the reason you like Harry is his music just pulls up to the threshold. It's not too gooey or syrupy or too much pop hits in the Billboard, top of the charts. It just kind of cuts it off before it gets there. Kind of like, my hair, me, Clark the Shark, it stops. It grows long, but it doesn't grow all the way to my back or something like that. It just stops by itself. Like that line in the Cow Sills. My hair just stops, and Harry just stops before Harry. Wow, that's weird. Harry's music just stops before it gets too pop and it gets too, shitty or weird. It has a cutoff, and I like that. And every Harry album is like that, where the music is just good enough. And in some weird, twisted way, you guys, I swear, that is how you like your Harry, too. Just like Clark, you liked it served up like that. Not overcooked and not rare. It's somewhere in the middle, perfectly. And, of course, Harry Nilsson, great singing voice, really powerful voice for a pop crooner. Really talented, but he isn't like super great. Like people say he's like incredible, like he's that guy in Uriah Heep, or, like he's Robert Plant or Roger Daltrey. No, he's not that good, you guys. Harry's kind of like Mick Jagger or something type of good. He's got this distinctive signature sound to his voice, but it's not super great like they say, and it's not bad. It's mediocre, leaning towards greatness or something. It's almost perfect. And on a scale of 1 to 10, Harry's voice is like an 8, but people say it's a 10. And then there's some people that just don't like Harry and they think he's like a 5. Now me, Clark the Shark, I don't know, 1-800-449-8255. I just fell in love with all these. Really, these first 8 Harry albums are also incredible. I will listen to these more than anything, you guys. And let's frame the situation here. It's 1968, and Harry has 2 albums out. They're both really good. They don't really have huge hits yet, but things would change on this 3rd album, Aerial Ballet, 1968. Harry would go to another level here, you guys, on many levels. He would become Harry Nilsson on this album. And this was before he hung out with John Lennon and Keith Moon, Mickey Dolenz getting hammered every night on the Sunset Strip. If Harry had done that in 1968, he'd be dead and his career would already be over. So luckily for Harry, he didn't start partying until after really his greatness, Nilsson Schmilsson and Son of Schmilsson. And then he began to party probably about 1972, 73 with John Lennon and all those guys. And by 1974, Harry was just a wreck. I mean, just 2 years or so, a year and a half of partying with, Alice Cooper and all those guys, and down on the Strip, and John Bonham. It just wiped Harry out really quick, because Harry was great on Nilsson Schmilsson and Son of Schmilsson. And then all of a sudden, things began to go downhill fast with Harry. And a lot of it has to do with he was just partying. Probably in 1973, the year that he did the American Standards album, I'll bet you all during 1973, Harry was drinking, smoking, smoking hash and just partying hard. And I think Ringo Starr says that too. Like 1972, he was still Harry a little bit. He started to party, but then 1973, he just lost it. And every night he was just out getting ripped, you guys, just getting hammered with the Hollywood vampires down on the Sunset Strip. But we're going to go back to a better vanished time here, 1968, the early Harry, when he was professional and he was still like a genius who took care of himself a little better. I don't know, maybe, who knows? But here, John Lennon and Paul liked him, but he wasn't quite hanging out with them yet. He was just, he's still Harry, the guy in the studio trying to capture perfection here, you guys. And on this album, he damn near does it. I don't care what the stars, like the reviews, All Music gives it a 4.5. Yeah, they should. Rolling Stone, mixed. Dude, what? Somebody only gives it a 6 out of 10. The Essential Rock Discography. Dude, they don't know Harry. If you're giving this album a 6 out of 10, you don't know what you're talking about. And Rolling Stone mixed review, I don't know, but Rolling Stone, you can't rely on them and their reviews, or sometimes they're accurate, but often they just get it wrong flat out on lots of things too. But Daddy Song, okay, side 1 of Aerial Ballet, Harry. None of these songs lit up in blue on side 1, you guys. Of course, the Monkees covered Daddy Song, and of course the Monkey movie with Frank Zappa and Jack Nicholson and all those merry prankster whack jobs. The Monkees' Head, such an amazing, brilliant movie. It's a movie about dying and going to hell. I don't think a lot of you realize that, and it's just like, you got to watch that movie over and over. It is so incredible. The Monkees' 1968 movie Head, from the same year as this album. 1968 is an interesting year in music, you guys. And Daddy Song, of course, covered by the Monkees and Davy Jones. Both versions are killer. I kind of like the Monkees version more, but I love the Harry Nilsson version of Daddy Song. They're both awesome. And of course, Good Old Desk, God. Harry wrote a song about God, but also about, like just being at home at your good old desk, where you get it organized and you sit there at your computer. They didn't have computers in the 60s, but you probably put your little tiny TV on your good old desk. I love Good Old Desk. What a song. It should be lit up in blue. It should have its own Wikipedia. Great song. Good Old Desk. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, so right off the bat, you guys, side 1, he's 2 for 2, batting 1,000. Now, Don't Leave Me, really killer, you guys. Awesome, dude, awesome. Don't Leave Me. Written by Harry, you guys. He wrote all 3 of these. And, man, I love Don't Leave Me, and I love his voice. Okay, Harry's voice begins to kick in on this album and get really good, where he goes high and he goes low and he's all over the place octave-wise with his singing. But Don't Leave Me is awesome. And Mr. Richland's favorite song, there was a guy named Mr. Richland, and he was like, that's my favorite Harry song. You like the melody, and it is very melodic. Mr. Richland's favorite song by Harry, a Harry original, and it's good. Harry writes these catchy, grabby little melodies that are signature. They're a signature sound, you guys. Little Cowboy, I'm not really wild about, but it's interesting. But of course, one of the greatest songs ever recorded in rock and roll history, Together, covered by Keith Moon and others. What a song. Track number 6, side 1 of Aerial Ballet, 1968. Life isn't easy when two have decided to be. Oh, I love this song, you guys. It is awesome. Together. Oh, dude, Together. It's awesome, you guys. I must have played this 10,000 times in the bathtub. And every time I hear the song Together, I'm hearing something new in that song. Written by Harry Nilsson, too. It's not a cover, you guys. Together. Keith Moon's version is just funny, dude. And like his 1975 album, it's retarded. It's actually kind of good. Of course, certainly not as good as Harry's version, but it's just like a mockery, like a funny take on the song. Not really serious, not meant to be. Now, of course, Everybody's Talking by Fred Neil is a really unknown song, but then Harry took this obscure little song and, of course, turned it into this monster. And what's weird on this album is, 1968, the song wasn't really a hit yet. It wasn't until it got into Midnight Cowboy, 1969, the next year. And then it became a huge hit. Everybody's Talking. Where Harry finally has a massive, massive hit. It happened pretty early in Harry's career. Everybody's Talking. The only bummer about it, you guys, is it's not an original, but it is basically, because the way Harry does this obscure, unknown song, he makes it into a Harry original, you guys. I don't care what anybody says. I think of Everybody's Talking as an original Harry song, even though it isn't. And YouTube doesn't let you play the songs, you guys. When I do these reviews, I just have to talk about them. Some people have emailed me and they're like, why don't you play the songs? If you dare play a song, YouTube will cancel culture you. Certainly the video, maybe your whole account. So I don't do that, you guys. But I would love to play Everybody's Talking for you young people so that you can learn and know that that's about Harry. I know you've heard the song somewhere. If you're just 18 years old in 2023, you got to know that that's by Harry Nilsson so that you can get into Harry and just learn all these, amazing songs by Harry Nilsson. I know Everybody's Talking isn't by Harry, you guys, but it is technically, if you want to get really scrutinous or scrupulous, it is, if you want to be exacting. Me, Clark the Shark, am very insightful. So I'm going to tell you, basically, Everybody's Talking is an original Harry song, even though it really isn't. And of course, it's an amazing classic, you guys. Just one of the top songs in the history of music all time. Together and Everybody's Talking. But then on track number 2, side 2, Harry goes to the next level with I Said Goodbye to Shark. I looked in the mirror and I walked away. Oh, dude, the way Harry holds notes with this depressing, sad melancholia song, I Said Goodbye to Me. What a song, you guys. Amazing. They say it's about like suicide. I don't think so. I think it's just about a guy leaving a girl or a girl leaving a guy or something, but it's so fucking awesome. I Said Goodbye to Me. What a song, dude. Incredible. One of the greatest songs. It should be lit up in blue, and so should Together, you guys. A couple of great, incredible tracks. 3 songs in a row that are incredible. Together, Everybody's Talking, and I Said Goodbye to Me. Awesome. And I think Billy Joel kind of rips off I Said Goodbye to Me to write The Piano Man. I do, even though that's kind of a good song. I hear the correlation between that song and I Said Goodbye to Me by Nilsson, you guys. And then Little Cowboy reprise, I don't know why he's reprising Little Cowboy. And, Mr. Tinker. But, of course, one Three Dog Night would go on and turn this into a massive song. But Harry's version is really good. It's kind of monotone. Some people are like, this isn't that good. But you got to listen to it. Harry Nilsson wrote the song, and his version is interesting. One, of course, a lot of people mainly play the Three Dog Night arrangement of it when they do cover it, but they're really covering Harry. They just don't know it, you guys. And dude, probably the best song on the whole album is the willow tree, da beady doo, and still it cries for shark. It cries because you're gone. Oh, what a song, what a voice, dude. The wailing of the willow. What a great song by Harry Nilsson. Oh, dude, 4 of the greatest Harry Nilsson songs are on this album, you guys. I love that song. I used to play that over and over back in like 2017, 2016, 2015. I love the wailing of the willow. The willow tree, it weeps no more, but still it weeps for me. It cries in sympathy. It knows the shark is gone. Dude, the way his voice just moves around on that song. It's incredible, you guys. His singing on that and a few of these other songs is just incredible. This album deserves a 5, you guys. It's a 5-star album. Me, Clark the Shark, on a scale of 1 to 10, Nilsson Aerial Ballet, I can't really give this like a 10, you guys, but somewhere between 9 and 10. What an album, you guys. What an amazing, incredible album of atmospheric, adult contemporary rock. Maybe easy listening rock. I don't know. Not really, though. Harry is there's a lot going on here on these first 3 Harry albums, you guys. And he's just getting warm. He's just getting ready for a career that's going to go to another level. For the next Harry albums that are coming are going to get even better, you guys. The ones I'm talking about. Nilsson Sings, Newman, The Point, all of them, dude. Oh, he gets good, you guys. He goes crazy with great albums. But he was already great here. This is the beginning of it, you guys. But Pandemonium Shadow Show really is the beginning of it. But he takes that and expands upon it here on this 1968 album, Aerial Ballet. And I know tons of people on YouTube want to review Harry Nilsson, but I want you guys to just bypass those reviews because a lot of those are indie kids and young people that didn't live through the 70s or they don't really know. You got to come to Clark the Shark at 1-800-449-8255 from the golden, fabulous EIB Sharkraphone, from the Excellence in Shark Casting Network. If you want to get accuracy and you want to get the truth and the facts from a guy who really knew Harry Nilsson. I even met Harry Nilsson, you guys, and it didn't go well. This guy, I later found out, I met him in I think 91 or 92, and he was in a foul mood. And I was like, what's wrong with Harry? Later I found out it's because of all the Cindy Sims stuff where she stole $8 million or $9 million and foreclosed his house, and his whole world crumbled. And then he died, and the lady only did a year or 2 years in jail or something. She stole $8 million or $9 million. She stole all Harry Nilsson's money, you guys. And she's probably still alive today, living off some of Harry Nilsson's money right now in 2023. If any of you guys out there know this Cindy Sims, man, dude, I would just shun her. Or I don't want to. It's a family show, I don't want to say anything bad, but dude, some people. Golly, man. Harry probably deserved it, because all what he did to his wife or the way he partied with the Hollywood vampires or, God probably was warning him, but who knows, dude. Harry put his life together and started, with his 6 or 7 kids and his new wife, and he got it together. But he probably never got it together good with God, good old desk, like this album kind of told him to. But who knows, you guys? Me, Clark the Shark, I ain't perfect either. And none of you are either. We're all just ordinary men, you know. Hey, politician, I can't believe a word you say. Almighty media, whose truth you sell today. Do 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 do. You know how it is, you guys. We're just ordinary men. But Harry wasn't. This guy was a cut above. When it comes to songwriting and singing, there's only one Harry Nilsson, you guys. And there's only one Aerial Ballet, 1968. This incredible album. But it is just par for the course. All of his albums are incredible. And John Lennon and Paul McCartney were correct. When they tell you Harry Nilsson was great, they weren't just whistling Dixie, you guys. They meant it, they said it, and it was accurate. It was true. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show, you guys. I'm Clark the Shark, and you just heard the word, the testimony, the truth, the facts about Aerial Ballet, 1968, by Harry Nilsson. I want you to go buy this at Spotify, Amazon, iTunes. I want you to buy every Harry Nilsson song or MP3 that you can, especially if you're just 18 years old or 19 or 20 and it's 2023. Go get into Harry Nilsson. Get into all things 60s, 70s. Get into those times, you guys. Don't get into today. Don't get into Taylor Swift or any of that fucking crap. Fuck that. Get into Harry Nilsson. I'm Clark the Shark, and you just heard the word. And I'm out of here, people. Peace.